What prompted you to choose the Foreign Service Officer career?
First off, good afternoon, buongiorno. It's great to be here. And I would say what prompted me to become a diplomat, or as we say in the United States, a Foreign Service Officer, was because it built on my interests that I was building as a university student and a young professional. And those interests were public service, communication. I studied communication. I was always interested in communicating with foreign publics, as well as international educational and cultural exchanges. As a university student, I studied in Mexico and in Spain, and it was an incredible life-changing experience. And so I was always passionate and still passionate about talking about that experience and giving that experience, encouraging others to join and take that experience. And finally, I would just say what is interesting about a diplomatic career is that it offers security because it's a public service job, but I could travel and live abroad, and I have to change my job every 2 or 3 years. So you sort of have this stable career path that's constantly changing and giving you new challenges throughout your career.
Have you ever felt penalized by being a woman, and how did you solve any problems encountered?
Hi, Alessandra. That's a great question. Certainly, as a woman, I've faced difficult decisions, even barriers, both professionally and personally. But I have to say, in my lifetime, I've seen incredible changes, and that culminated this week when the first female Vice President, Kamala Harris, was sworn into office in the United States. So now, future generations will not know that a woman cannot achieve such a high office of Vice President, possibly even President. So certainly being a woman, I have different challenges from my male colleagues. And those challenges can change depending on what country and culture I'm working in. But I believe that you can solve these problems through communication and knowledge. Knowledge and explaining things to other people, but also building your own knowledge. So an example would be in Indonesia. It's a very diverse culture, but it is a Muslim majority country. And many of our outreach and cultural programs worked in a lot of different sectors. And one of those areas was with Muslim clerics. So I took it upon myself to understand what were the best ways to meet with them and communicate with them so that I could respect their beliefs, but we could still achieve our goals. And I've always looked up to mentors throughout my career and during my life, and I try to exemplify and be a leader for others, my staff here, but also other young Foreign Service officers. And I'm very hopeful for the future, especially after the momentous occasion we had this week.
What do you recommend to young students who want to undertake an academic and working career like yours?
Well, interestingly, to join the U.S. diplomatic service, we have a wide variety of backgrounds. There's exams you have to pass, but there's no set requirement. So we have lawyers and professors and teachers, and I actually came from an arts background initially in my lifetime. I think a lot of us have in common curiosity about the world and patience in dealing with not only our bureaucracy, but also in working with others, and a commitment to service. But I would recommend to you young students that it's important to take time to discover what you enjoy doing, what motivates you, and try to identify the skills that come naturally to you and that you want to focus on. And that way you can figure out a career path that will blend things that you enjoy doing as well as things that you're good at. Similar to how I ended up in the diplomatic service.